6:47, your top stories in today's Sunrise Smart Start for Wednesday. This morning, we are working to learn more about this tragedy in Pittsford. Two people found dead inside a home. Deputies say they initially responded to the house on Toby Road for a shooting call around 7. The official cause of death for both has not been determined. We are told this call followed a family member checking the house after one of the deceased did not pick up their phone. Deputies went inside and found a man and woman dead. They do believe this is a case of domestic violence, and it is not the first time they've been at that home.
It's terrible anytime, no matter where it is, no matter what community, it's terrible. We don't yet know exactly what happened, right? We know that two people lost their lives tonight, and we'll work to help give some measure of comfort and closure to the family to try to be able to explain to them exactly what took place.
Authorities are treating this as a murder-suicide at this point. There were children at home when this happened. They were not injured. A woman had to be airlifted to the hospital after the motorcycle she was on hit a deer in Ontario County. That was just before 9 on Route 364 and County Road 1 in Gorham. The passenger had a head injury, and she was the one flown to Strong. The man driving that bike was not hurt. Also breaking, a young man rushed to the hospital after a shooting here in Rochester. That victim, 18 years old, is expected to live. First call came in around 11:15 at a store on Park Ave. But here's the thing. Officers learned the victim was actually shot well before that, around 8:30 on Bay Street. No arrests have been made. This morning, RPD is searching for the attacker who stabbed two women overnight. That was just before midnight on Sawyer Street, Wellington Avenue. Police tell us the two women in their 30s were stabbed during an argument outside of a home with the suspect. The attacker took off before police arrived. Both women are expected to live. To Chili, the sheriff's office is investigating a crash last night on Scottsville Road. That area was shut down between Airpack and Towers Drives. You see that van, and we've also learned a motorcycle was also involved. No new details yet on how many people were in this crash, how many injuries they have, and how bad. Stay with us for all those updates here on RochesterFirst.com online today. Your Sunrise traffic update here, 10 minutes to go until 7, 390, 490, 590. All clear in terms of any accidents. We'll let you know if that changes as things really starting to pick up there. That's the view from the west side. Hard to tell with no sunrise yet. Still about half an hour or so to go. We'll check that morning commute again in about 7:25 during our cut-in for CBS Mornings. The family of this missing U of R professor is turning to the community for help. As 44-year-old Heike Rantakari been missing for several days before last weekend, and authorities believe he is in danger. He was last seen Friday night on Exchange Street south of Ford Street. In a statement, the U of R explains he was reported missing when he was a no-show to teach a scheduled class Saturday morning. If you have any information that can help that case, you're asked to please call 911. Deputies are keeping up their search for this missing 15-year-old girl, Essence Largent. Last seen Saturday night leaving her home in Henrietta. There's her photo on our screen. She's 5'6", short black hair and a nose piercing. Deputies say they've searched all possible locations or contacts they've had from family so far. And an Amber Alert was not issued, we're told, because this disappearance didn't meet specific criteria such as a credible suspicion of a kidnapping or anything pointing to imminent danger.
Not every person who's reported missing was abducted. They weren't kidnapped. There may not be exigent circumstances. They left willingly, voluntarily. They just don't want to be found. But anytime someone's not where they're supposed to be is a concerning issue. So for us, we report every missing person. We put every single missing person out on our social media. That way our community can help.
They're asking anyone who knows where that teen might be to please reach out to authorities ASAP. Late yesterday, House Republicans chose Representative Mike Johnson from Louisiana as their latest nominee for House Speaker. It's still not clear, though, if he'll garner enough support to get the votes to pick up the gavel. That development came just hours after Tom Emmer from Minnesota abruptly withdrew from the Speaker race. He faced opposition from hardliners in the GOP, as well as former President Donald Trump. The humanitarian crisis is deepening within Gaza, with President Biden saying efforts to bring aid to civilians are not moving fast enough. More trucks carrying food, water, and medicine have been allowed to cross the border, but observers say it's not meeting demand. Hundreds of thousands of Israeli troops are positioned along the border ahead of this anticipated ground invasion after Hamas's gruesome attacks in southern Israel. That off-duty pilot accused of trying to shut down the engines on an Alaskan Airlines plane mid-flight appeared in court. According to newly released documents, there he is, 44-year-old Joseph Emerson told police he was having a nervous breakdown, had not slept in 40 hours, was battling depression, and had consumed magic mushrooms 2 days prior. He pleaded not guilty to 83 counts of attempted murder, plus 1 count of endangering an aircraft. RSV shots for babies are in short supply. Federal health officials advise doses be prioritized for those at the highest risk of severe illness. These drug companies say demand is well outpacing expectations. The CDC says at this point there will not be enough doses to protect all infants this winter. Meantime, the rollout has been shaky to say the least, with many parents struggling to find locations that have any doses. At nearly $500 a shot in the private sector, doctors are not sure if they'll be reimbursed from insurers for giving these out. Parents are still encouraged to reach out to your own pediatrician to get some more guidance. Some events to look forward to this holiday season. RPO, the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra, is bringing back some fan favorites. That begins next month with the Nutcracker. Performances open November 22nd. Tickets start at $30 for adults, $21 for children. While RPO is preparing for the holidays, Jazz Fest organizers are ready for next summer. The 2024 Jazz Club passes go on sale Friday at 10. They offer double the shows from last year for that pass. Prices start at $170. The prices go up after December. For more information about what's going on with next year's Jazz Festival already, and also the holiday shows we talked about with RPO, if you want to get tickets, find something, make some plans for the family, maybe some gifts, that is all posted on rochesterfirst.com.
Lower 70s this afternoon. Great day to play football outside for your day. You can play basketball outside. NBA just kicked off, right?
Did. Had it last night, and now we got the World Series set. Friday night.
Sports, sports, sports.
Yes. We've got news, and more weather at 7:25.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.